Hello everybody, I am Razorblade Mango. I'm going to make this very short and simple. Don't buy Just Cause 3. Currently what you're seeing right now is a game-breaking bug that happened at the tail end of a very long and frustrating mission, where the game basically put me in this first-person perspective with no way to die, no way to move from that one spot, and no way to shoot or do anything. It's like the camera is just stuck right here, and I can control it. And from what you're about to see, I exited out of the game, went back to the main menu, and after waiting for the long online login, and then having to wait through the long loading time to boot up the game, when the game finally was booted up, I found out, to my horror, that it had erased an hour's worth of my progress before a certain dialogue exchange in the game, in the campaign. So, and I had, like, my hours work, I'd spent about, I think I liberated about 3 to 4 hideouts, not hideouts, the towns. I had destroyed one of the guard outposts, one of the large guard outposts, and I had completed a couple challenges. So, I had done quite a bit of work. And because the game is so poorly optimized and glitchy and has a terrible frame rate and can't keep up with the action that it so proudly markets, it just took away my progress. And right now I'm very annoyed. Yeah, and I'm pretty disappointed in this game right now. Even without the numerous bugs and glitches, this would be, and look, the fucking load time is still going on. This would still be something of a disappointment. It would be a less so, but it would still be a good game. But it ain't Just Cause 2, because I really like Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2 is great. To me, that is the spiritual successor to Mercenaries that I've always wanted, and it's like a create your own action set piece game. And I had hoped I wasn't looking for this game to innovate or do anything new with the formula. I just wanted more of the same, and the game seems to be giving that. But the problem is the controls, for whatever reason, feel even wonkier this time around. That's one of my big problems with Just Cause 2 is the gameplay. Even though it's still fun, it could be tighter, it could be a lot less clunky. That I won't ever deny. But it feels even clunkier in Just Cause 3. I don't know how that's possible. And it just increases the difficulty of all the amazing stuff you can pull off. Because in Just Cause 2, no matter, even if the controls were clunky, there was still that ease of play where you were able to pull off these really impressive moves and explosions with what felt like it was not simple, but it was manageable to do, and you felt that sense of accomplishment when you actually pulled something off that was really cool. And in Just Cause 3, aside from the fact that the game can't keep up with the action, it just feels wonkier, and it feels sluggish. And there's just basic game design decisions that this game just neglects, which is odd. For one, there's a really limited fast travel. It's like a currency. It's like a fast travel currency where you have to complete a certain amount of challenges in order to fast travel. And I know the game wants you to use the wingsuit, use vehicles, use that kind of shit. But if you just want to bounce around the map and not have to do all this busy work, like jumping and gliding and flying across the map, then that should be an option. And it is, it's just a very limited one, which is frustrating. There's also no precision aiming initially. You have to earn the ability to have precision aiming by doing like 1 or 2 challenges. What the fuck? That in shooters like this, in action games like this, precision aiming should be like right off the bat. That's like going into a Call of Duty game and having no iron sights. You just don't do that, guys. What is it about precision aiming that you guys just feel the need to lock behind a challenge? That's ridiculous. And especially for something of a kind of a difficult learning curve you could have at the beginning of this game, because the controls are so wonky and it takes a while to get used to them. You're gonna die, and precision aiming could have helped out, but I guess not. I guess they felt the need to make it even more frustrating. It's weird. Anywho, yeah, the bugs and glitches in its current state, Just Cause 3 is unacceptable. It is totally unacceptable. There are numerous bugs. There are those especially that game-breaking glitch that I showed at the beginning. The frame rate is terrible, and by terrible, I mean this frame rate can get as bad, if not worse, than Assassin's Creed Unity. That's right, I'm bringing that comparison to the table. This game has frame rate issues that are as bad as Assassin's Creed Unity. And it's just puzzling to me that nobody's bothering to bring them up. They're just going, yeah, it has frame rate issues, but okay, it's whatever. No! They're terrible! They bring the action to a crawl. So, this game needed a few more months in the works. It needed to be better optimized. It needed more bugs to be squished. It needed... Maybe it just needed, it just needed more time. And I'm pretty sure Square Enix rushed this game out the door in order to get one, because they only had fucking Rise of the Tomb Raider this year as far as their... I think they only had Rise of the Tomb Raider this year as, their big AAA budget thing. And that was only on Xbox, so they couldn't make a ton of money from that, so I think they had to rush this out in order to get that PlayStation 4 money. And this is what you get. You get a poorly optimized game that clearly isn't ready for shelves, and yeah. So, simply, don't buy Just Cause 3. Thank God I didn't buy it, because I actually was talked into renting it by a friend who told me, hey, Redbox is gonna have it, and I thought, well, because I was actually planning on buying this, because I think this was one of my most anticipated games of 2015. And I was definitely going to buy it as the final game of the year that I was really excited for. But thank you friend, that I'm glad that I rented it, because if I had bought it, I would have been even more pissed off. I would have gone into the screaming bloody murder, but no. I rented it. It's not good. It's weak as shit as far as the visuals go. Not the visuals, because actually it is a beautiful game, but the optimization of the bugs and the frame rate, it's ugh. So yeah, don't buy Just Cause 3. Even if you want to check it out, just rent it or borrow it from somebody. It's not worth the money right now, and that's pretty much all I gotta say. Yeah, don't buy Just Cause 3. It's a disappointment. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you like to see, subscribe. If unfortunately you've already bought Just Cause 3, let me know what you think of it. And as always,